So hi there. Some of you know me, some of you don't. My name is Carrie Hewerdine. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, hypnosis, actually instructor internationally. And this short video is just to give you a sampling, a way to experience what it feels like to be in what I like to call hypnosis light. Just to give you that safe experience, and actually to what we call installing safety. So if there's any part of you that is nervous about the process, it's going to help to alleviate that so that you can get the results that you want. A lot of you will have the notion that you either can't be hypnotized or that it's not possible for you to go deep enough to get the results that you want. And I want to dispel a couple of those myths up front. First of all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, which is why when you go through the process that I'm going to share with you shortly, you'll realize that you're doing it all by yourself alone. And that's because you can only go into a state of hypnosis by yourself. There can be external stimuli that can help you drop into it, like watching television, like reading a book, like staring off into space, and to let you know that you're in and out of a hypnotic state all day long. So unless you're in danger all day long, when you're in and out of those states, you're not even noticing it. That's how subtle it can be. Also, for a lot of us who are what we call left-brained, who are very analytical about stuff, it's going to be harder to let go because we don't like not being in control. And there's a part of us that feels like, well, if I relax and I let myself go into hypnosis, and we'll get into about what that is in a moment, then I'm not in control anymore. Well, you know, the end of this road with me, you're going to realize that what do I actually have control of? And am I just beating myself up trying to control things I can't? What do I have control of? What don't I have control of? But most importantly, how do I want to feel? Because inevitably, however you're feeling right now is not exactly how you'd like most to feel most of the time. So what is hypnosis? Very quickly. We have levels of brain waves, and hypnosis is one of them. In our daily activity, we are in what's called beta waves right now. You're paying attention, you're aware of your surroundings, you're awake, right? That's beta. Right below beta is alpha. It's a little bit slower. That's the beginning of hypnosis. That's all you have to get into to get results. Below that are theta waves, which some people say that's hypnosis. That's kind of really deep hypnosis. That's the state you're in when you first fall asleep or when you first wake up, and amazing things are happening inside in your dream world. And you can't even grab a pen and a piece of paper fast enough to bring them into this reality. That's theta waves. Below that is delta waves, which is sleep. That's where this restorative cell regeneration happens. You get restful sleep. This is also where the neural pathways in your brain change when you're going through a process of either through trauma, changing how you think, or deliberately creating positive beliefs and changing how you think. But that stuff happens when you're in delta waves, when you're asleep. So we got to do the work in our waking world and then let it go and let it process by itself. It can do it by itself in your sleeping world. Hypnosis is just getting your chattery, active, critical faculty brain to float away for a little while, to just, put a cork in it and give it a rest. Once you do that, once that part floats away, it's the exact same state you're in when you're engrossed in a movie, when you're reading a book, when you're engaged in an activity where you're totally focused and engaged. and you're in hypnosis. You have dropped into alpha waves, and you are sometimes on autopilot when you're driving your car and you get to where you're going and you kind of go for a moment, how the hell did I get here? I don't even remember the trip. And that's because your critical mind did float away. It's not gone. You're not asleep. You've just dropped into a lower, ever so slightly lower set of brain waves. And your subconscious, that's everything below beta, is your subconscious. You just tap into what's loaded inside you, which is how to drive the car, where you're going, because it's repetitively done it to where it's become a habit, a routine, kind of a ritual. And that part of you can drive the car. And that part of you, that automatic programming, there are lots of different programs underlying the surface of you. And if you're not, they say, you use 5 to 10% of your brain. Well, that's not really true. You use all of your brain. But the 5 to 10% they're talking about is conscious awareness in beta waves when you're awake. Now, if you're not deliberately up here in that 5 to 10% of the time, you just drop immediately into your subconscious programming, because this part of your brain only has so much space to contain everything. And so anything that it can make a routine, it drops into your subconscious so that you don't have to think about it. If somebody says something mean to you, you have an automatic response. You don't have to think about it. If you're on a diet, but you forget to be consciously aware of that you're on a diet, you drop right into your programming, which says, if you eat that cookie, it's going to make you feel better. And all parts of you know that, except the part that wanted to be on the diet. So yeah, there are like two parts of you. And sometimes when they're in conflict is when we feel conflict in our life. It doesn't help, not in the least. So, the object of my game is to help people understand what's going on consciously and to understand what's going on in the program subconsciously, and to be able to get those two parts of you on the same page, understanding what each part wants, what the agenda is for each part, and then to get them to come to some agreement about how can you get your needs met over here and how can you get your needs met over here, so that you're going in the same direction. Because otherwise, it's looping thoughts. I've got to do this, but I can't, but I've got to, but I don't know how to, but I've got to, but if I don't, this is going to happen. And there you go in an endless ruminating circle. You got to get rid of one of those thoughts, because your brain cannot hold two conflicting thoughts or more. So get rid of one of them. I can't, but I have to. I can't, but I have to. Well, which one is easiest to get rid of? I can't. Okay, then I got to figure out how to do it. I don't have to. I don't have to. Just let it go. That can be really hard, because if it's something that you're really ingrained in, I have to do this, but I can't. Well, what if you could? What if we just changed that one part of you to believe that there was maybe a possible way? Okay, maybe it would take a miracle, but that's a possibility. We've created a way for that part of you to get off the track, at least for just a little while. So what I'm going to do now is just to walk you through a very easy, very short, call it a meditation, because that's kind of basically what it is. It's somebody else's voice in the privacy of your own home or car or wherever you're listening to this. And if it's in a car, pull over, because you do not want to be doing this anytime when you're operating machinery, I don't care what kind, or behind the wheel of a car. No. Safely sitting, doing nothing, okay? Or lying down. They say sitting is better because it maintains your body in a place of conscious awareness, even though the critical conscious part of us is going to be just to the side, and it's probably got one eye open, kind of watching on what's happening, and that's okay, because it wants to make sure you're safe, not doing anything stupid like trying to change how it believes. Because if you change how it believes, things can change in your life. It's being vigilant, and it's doing its job to protect itself at all costs, because it thinks it's God. It's got you convinced it's you. The thoughts in your head, and they're not. I promise you, the thoughts in your head, 99% of the time, are not you. If you haven't stopped and deliberately written them down, deliberately thought about them, they're just part of programming. So find a place that makes you very comfortable. I'm going to turn off the camera for a second because you're going to have your eyes shut and there's nothing to look at. So take a deep breath and then exhale. As you exhale, imagine letting go of anything and everything of the day, any tension, any fear, any trepidation, any holdbacks. You're not going anywhere scary. Let it go. Breathe in as if you're filling up every cell in your brain and every cell in your body with the most amazing healing, fortifying oxygen, and then just let it fall from your lungs effortlessly, just letting it go. And again, breathing in, realizing that as you find your own rhythm of breathing, slowly and rhythmically, that your breathing is the connection, your breathing is the bridge between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. It is the one place you have total control over, and you have the ability in any conscious moment of your day to slow your breathing down. When you slow your breathing down, it tricks your brain into thinking that everything actually must be okay, that you must be safe. Because when you're not safe, your breathing increases, it becomes rapid and shallow, and trying to oxygenate your lungs so that you're ready to flee, flight, or fight. But there's no need for that right now because you are safe. And regardless of any triggers that are going off in your body, the deep rhythmic breathing will bring you back into your body, into a place of safety. And so I'm wondering if you could imagine something for me. I'm wondering if you could imagine a place that was so positive, so nurturing, so nourishing, so safe in every possible way that no negativity of any kind could exist there for even a fraction of a second. I'm wondering what you might see when you're in that place, what you might hear, what you might smell, what you might taste. Because when you do that, when you're in that place, and you can see what you see, and you can hear what you hear, and you smell and you taste what you smell and you taste, there's a wonderful, amazing feeling that you get. It's a feeling that lets you know that you're really safe. And there's a place in your body where those feelings start, where they grow, where they spread from. Be aware of that feeling in your body. In your mind's eye or with a hand, point to where you feel it. It's okay to touch it, to hold it, to acknowledge it. Notice there's a color, maybe even a series of colors connected to those amazing feelings. Answer to yourself, what color or colors might that be for you? And there is no wrong answer. First impression. And now imagine a beautiful ball of that amazing energy, that color floating above your head, like a big puffy cloud or whatever it is for you, a ball of fiery energy. I'd like you to notice how the feelings in your body shift and change with every breath you take and every beat of your heart. And that amazing ball of safety begins to grow, begins to expand, begins to fill the entire room from floor to ceiling, from wall to wall, and all points in between. Notice how it wraps itself around you like an amazing blanket of safety, a cocoon, a shield, a suit of armor, insulating you, protecting you from all threats, real or imagined. And when you know you've got that, breathe those colors through your entire being. Let it seep into every cell in your body. Let it fill you up like water fills up a bottle, like fluid fills up a test tube, like hot air or helium fills up a balloon, and anchor it so fully, so completely that no force in the universe can turn it off or take it away. Not even you. And when you realize that's true, test it. Try to turn it off. Try to make it go away. And notice what happens instead. Allow yourself to have the option of coming back to your full consciousness at this moment, or pausing this video until you're ready for the next section, or follow along with me. And so now you know that understanding is power, and understanding in hypnosis is the most liberating, transforming power of all. And you let that drifting, floating feeling to continue. You're aware that you're not aware. You're listening, but you're not listening as you go deeper. You're concentrating with your subconscious mind while your conscious mind just drifts away. And deeper means that you are getting more involved in your own internal state. And so safely, being here now, just let yourself go deeper. Just let yourself go deeper. And as you go deeper with every breath you take, think about that feeling you get deep inside when you feel totally safe and protected, being so protected from anything harmful that nothing negative can harm you. Nothing real or imagined can hurt you. This is your place of safety and security. Everything flows from here. This is yours. And now I want you to take that fabulous protective feeling and breathe it in until it fills up your whole body. From the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, infusing every cell in your body along the way. Breathe this in and know that it is yours from now on. This powerful shield of protection, just let it swirl around you, wrapping you in the most amazing feeling of pure safety. And now taking that feeling of safety with you, I want you to turn your attention back to a time, a place, an event, an episode that has all to do with you being the most happy you've ever been. And now I realize that for some people, this is a difficult place to go to. It may even be an unfamiliar place to go to. And if that's the case, no problem, because your amazing mind is imagining what it might be like to be able to go to a most wonderful, amazing, happy, fulfilling place. A time, an episode that you can envision and create, because that's the kind of amazing power that you have. It can be a memory from the past. It can be a hope for the future. It can be in this world or any world you create. So let yourself go there easily and effortlessly. And as you are there, let yourself feel what you feel in that moment. Let yourself hear what you hear and taste and smell whatever there is there to taste and smell. Feel it all around you and notice what's happening in this moment, in that memory, in that place of creation. Are you inside or outside? Is it daytime or nighttime? Are you alone or with someone? And then ask yourself the very most important question of all: how does this experience that I'm in right now make me feel? Is this happiness? Is it joy? Is it contentment? Is it a peaceful, calm feeling? What is it for you? Give it a name. Get to know it. And now I want you to take that amazing feeling and realize that you can, and even now as you're ramping it up so that you feel it even 10 times more intently than you did a moment ago, you are still safe. And in just a moment, not yet, but in just a moment, just let that feeling start and begin to grow, to ramp up so powerfully that it gets even 100 times more powerful, more fulfilling and thrilling and amazing. Feel that feeling like you've never felt it before, just filling you up and infusing every cell in your body with the most amazing feelings of happiness, joy, contentment, whatever that is for you in just the way that is most perfect for you. And when you've got that feeling and you know you have it, just lock it in, own it. From this moment on, absolutely know that this is yours and that there is no force more powerful than this. This is love. This is you feeling you. Feel it so intently that you know that no one can turn it down, turn it off, or take it away, that no force in the universe holds this from you, not even you. And when you know you've got it, test it. Try to take it away. Try to make it go back to the way it was when you don't feel happy, and notice what happens instead. Just let yourself, allow yourself, maybe even for the first time, to really sink into this amazing, joyful, wonderful, safe, fulfilling place, knowing that this is yours. It is your safe and amazing place anytime you need to escape, to regroup, to reset, anytime that you just want to relax or to pause and remember what is actually real. This is your place, and this is your reality, and you can enjoy it now and for the rest of your life in any moment you choose. Be aware. So knowing that you've got that feeling installed and instilled in you in every cell of your body, and that no force can remove it from you, just bask in it for a moment longer. Feel it, be with it, be it. It is you. And when you're ready, just take another deep breath in and out. And then I'll help you bring you back to your full awareness. And as I count you back to your full awareness, you're going to bring back all of those amazing feelings with you, right into your full waking reality, right back into your fully awakened world. On the count of one, feeling the air against your skin, feeling the room around you. On the count of two, beginning to breathe the air and feeling more awake. On the count of 3 and 4, coming back to your full awareness. On the count of 5, ready to thrive. Just take another deep breath. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, only when you know that every cell in your body and every part of your neurology knows exactly what to do and has all of the changes that you need and want and desire locked in for you forever, when you know that's your reality, and only when you're ready, in your time, at the speed of trust, just open your eyes and look upon the world with new freshness that wasn't there before. Let that happen and let that become you in this new awakening, in this new moment, in this new reality that's yours. I'm going to give you guys a moment, whoever's watching this recording, to just have that all happen in your own time. To know that whatever changes happened for you, whatever experiences you had during that meditation, that the mere process of going through it changes you. It changes you at a cellular level. It's the beginning of the changes. And so just let it happen. For some people, there can be a physical feeling, a rush, a heat, a chilling. For some people, it's a rush of emotion, something coming to the surface that you can't explain. Like, I got tears, but I don't think I'm crying, but I don't know what's happening. And whatever it is for you, it's right for you. There's no right or wrong. I love this work. Start taking that off your plate. There is no right. There is no wrong. There's just you. The real you. The you that came onto this planet knowing that you were perfect and total unconditional love, and that you deserved everything that this life has to offer to anyone. That is the true you. That's who you're getting to know. Through all of it, that's all it is. It's reconnecting to you, to not be afraid of it anymore, to let yourself stand in the power of who you are, of who you were always meant to be. I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.